Football's back, and Whole Foods Market has everything you need for a delicious tailgate or watch party. Level up your game day hosting with marinated chicken wings, chicken sausages, hot dogs, and more. Headed to a friend's house? On the way, grab crowd-pleasing snacks from Whole Foods Market, like Late July tortilla chips and Primal Kitchen queso dip. And don't forget the beer. Very important. Just check out that local selection. Elevate game day with Whole Foods Market. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1887. Communication in relationships. Are your actions matching your words, or are you giving mixed messages? By Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Hello, everybody, and thanks a lot for joining today as we embark on better relationships once again. I'm your host and narrator, Greg Audino, here to do what I do every day, and that is narrate some of the world's best articles around that focus on relationship building, and also offer some of my own commentary at the end. So let's jump right in and do what we do best as we optimize your life. Communication in relationships. Are your actions matching your words, or are you giving mixed messages? By Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. A while back, I wrote a post titled The Silent Exodus, which spoke about the dynamic of women emotionally leaving their relationships almost 2 years prior to actually walking out of them. In that post, I talked about men's failure to heed their wives' warnings, since many women do complain in the 2 years prior to leaving. What I did not talk about, however, are the mixed messages women often give that make it easier for men to ignore their wives' warnings. Time and again, women water down their messages. Regardless of whether women want to protect others' feelings, avoid conflict, or want to be liked, the end result is often a muddy, contradictory, and confusing message. In our desire to be nice, we weaken our message and lessen the chances of getting what we want. Following are several examples of mixed messages given by women who were on the brink of leaving their marriage. 4 months ago, Victoria told her husband she wasn't attracted to him anymore, was angry about his poor treatment of her and the kids, and if he didn't stop his raging, she was leaving. Since she had this conversation, there has been no change by her husband. He continues to rage and is often mean and contemptuous of her and the children. During the 4 months, Victoria has continued to go out socially with her husband, be intimate with him 3 nights a week, and has never mentioned her leaving again. Her husband has no idea that she has spoken to a lawyer and is planning her exit. He thinks that since she's being intimate with him and not yelling, that she's happy with the relationship. She's sending mixed messages to him at best, and believes that since she told him once, he should know that she meant it. Karen told her husband Jack that she's miserable. She's tired of him always working, leaving her feeling like a single parent. She's asked him to cut back on his hours at work. This has been an ongoing argument for the past 10 years. Typically, Karen asks Jack to cut back, he agrees, and then is offered more work, which he accepts. 1 week after this latest conversation, Jack informed Karen that he was offered a new project that would require him to be working more hours. He wanted to check in with Karen to see what she thought he should do. Karen was upset that he would even ask that question, and believed he should have said no on his own. She told him to do what he wanted. He took the project on, and Karen began to check out even further. Beatrice had been unhappy in her marriage for the past 3 years. She mentioned her unhappiness once, 3 years ago, and never spoke about it again. Since that time, she's tried to be the best wife she could be. She's positive, affectionate, supportive, and seldom complains. Her husband has long forgotten her complaint. He chalked it up to PMS and gave it little thought. He's certain everything is fine and that his wife is happily married. And Paula has told her husband Phil that she doesn't like his drinking. She especially hates it when he drinks and drives. Phil knows his wife doesn't like it when he gets sloshed. However, he's pretty certain she doesn't expect him to quit drinking. After all, she's the one who buys the alcohol for the house. When they go to parties, Paula asks to drive home, but Phil demands that he drives. Paula gets in the car and hopes that they get home safely. Regardless of whether we're talking about a drinking problem, a possible divorce, or intimacy issues, the bottom line is too many women give too many mixed messages, and it's killing their relationships. women need to pay attention to what it is that they want, speak cleanly, respectfully, and clearly about that, and then make sure their actions match their words. When we water down our message, we get watered down results. As my mentor Terry Real says, if you're not happy, stop acting happy. If you think your partner has a drinking problem, don't buy them drinks. Get to AI Anon and stop enabling the drinking. If you don't want him to drink and drive, take a taxi home. If your partner is raging, mean, and contemptuous, why in the world would you be intimate with him? If you want your husband to work fewer hours, don't say okay when he asks you if he can take on another project. Tell him if he chooses to work more, it will be harmful to your relationship, and you will then have to make a decision on what your next move is. Sit with the discomfort of saying that, and don't water it down or try to calm his anxiety to your response. If you want a great relationship, you have to be willing to fight for it. Your words need to be clear, and your actions need to match your words every day. Stop watering down your message in the hopes of not hurting someone's feelings. In the long run, that only hurts people's feelings more. As I like to say, speak it clean and then back it up with action. Challenge. Pay attention to any and all the mixed messages that you are sending to people in your life. If you were to leave no doubt as to your message, what would you be doing differently? Commit to do it. You just listened to the post titled, Communication in Relationships. Are your actions matching your words, or are you giving mixed messages? By Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com.
Football's back, and Whole Foods Market has everything you need for a delicious tailgate or watch party. Level up your game day hosting with marinated chicken wings, chicken sausages, hot dogs, and more. Headed to a friend's house? On the way, grab crowd-pleasing snacks from Whole Foods Market, like Late July tortilla chips and Primal Kitchen queso dip. And don't forget the beer. Very important. Just check out that local selection. Elevate game day with Whole Foods Market. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Welcome to Wrexham. Celebrity owners Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds' small-town Welsh football club is fighting for a chance at promotion. These two Hollywood stars lead a team in the midst of history in the making, while dedicated staff and supporters hold on to a dream of returning the team and this working-class town in Wales to glory. FX's Welcome to Wrexham premieres September 12th on FX. Stream on Hulu.
And thanks so much to Lisa for this post, one that really drives home accountability and clarity, which are so important to uphold in any relationship we have and to anyone we might express our needs to. Now, that being said, there is a reason we don't always do it. Of course, we want to be accountable and clear. I mean, who doesn't say that they want to be accountable and clear? But there is clearly a roadblock there, since so many of us on so many occasions fail to do this. And for that reason, in addition to focusing on what you've heard today, I also recommend pairing this post with some self-reflection about why it is that you might have sent mixed messages yourself, just as the women Lisa mentioned did. What gets in the way for you? What are you afraid of? What expectations do you have? The answers to these questions and more embed not only why you're struggling to communicate clearly in the first place, but they also prevent you from assuring that you're bringing your best to the relationship. And they are really, really worth taking a closer look at. So, with that, we're going to wrap things up for today, folks. Thanks again to Lisa for sharing her work with us once again. And thanks, of course, to you for being here and doing right by your relationships today. I hope you enjoy your Saturday, and do be sure to come on back tomorrow for both our regularly scheduled episode as well as our weekly Sunday bonus episode. That's where your optimal life awaits.